Hello everyone. Kindly confirm if all the things are good, audio and video, and we can now start. You can write in the chat box or you can simply unmute yourself and speak. Okay, thank you. So I welcome all of you for this workshop of JEE paper 2. And I am Saurav Kumar. I'm a faculty of architecture at KP Architecture classes. I did my bachelor's in architecture from NIT Jaipur and master's from IIT Kharagpur. And today in this session, we'll discuss a lot of things, like we'll look at the structure of JEE paper 2, the number of questions asked, what are the different sections, what kind of questions are asked, all those details. We will also discuss about some of the mistakes, some common mistakes that students usually do. Along with that, I'll also tell you about, let's say, some of the tips and tricks which you can take care of, which you can use to while attempting the exam. Those things we will discuss. So first, if I start now, let's start with JEE paper 2. And as the dates are released by the National Testing Agency, NTA, who is the conducting authority for JEE. So there will be two sessions. The first session, the dates are in April and May. So it starts from 21st April. Then there are dates like 21st, 24th, 25th, 29th. So let's say up to 29. And after that, there is 2 dates of May also, May 1 and 4. Second session that we have, that is entirely in May, but towards the end of it, and something around 24 to 29th May. So again, the dates like 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, like that. So these are the two sessions for which we'll prepare. And in today's session, J means dates. These are the dates that are released. Also, if some other guidelines that comes from them, will update you for that also. And in today's session, like you all must be aware, there are 3 parts. We'll also discuss that in the subsequent slides. That is, in JEE paper 2, there is aptitude part, maths part, and drawing part. So I'll discuss the aptitude part and the drawing part with you. And for maths part, we have another faculty who will join us in the second half of it. So we'll discuss the aptitude part. And the drawing part. Now, if we talk about the exam pattern, so first thing, the exam pattern is duration is 3 hours. And in those 3 hours, NTA will ask you 82 questions for 400 marks. If you if you opt for B.Arch, and out of these, they have a clear-cut division of different sections. 3 parts that are present: maths, aptitude, or let's say the reasoning skills, and third is drawing or sketching part. Now, in the exam structure, the entire exam is of online mode except the drawing part. So first you need to attempt the maths and aptitude part in the online mode, and then you will also get an A4 paper for the drawing part. Now in this one, in maths part, they are asked 30 questions. for 100 marks. And for aptitude, there would be 50 questions for 200 marks. And for drawing part, there would be 2 questions for 100 marks. This is the division of it. If we get into further details, like in the maths part, it sometimes goes up to the level of JEE paper 1. So you need to have all your concepts clear in maths to attempt this part. For aptitude part, out of these 50 questions, there are some you can say standard categories in which they ask questions. Those categories are like, you have visualization part, in which they can ask about, if this is the top view of any of the given 3D object, what is the front view of it, or what is the view of it if you look at it from the direction of arrow, like that. Then there are other categories. Sometimes they also ask questions which are related to your general knowledge, like they can ask about the major authorities, or like sustainable development goals, or whatever the latest things that are happening. You will also get to see some questions related to authorities, like let's say UNESCO or MSR. Those kind of things are also asked. So if you take care of those general aptitude things, you can expect 1 or 2 questions, and you can think of getting score in those questions. Another part is, in aptitude, you will also get questions related to the famous architects, their prominent works. Then also there is a category of these prominent buildings. So if your approach is something like you try to look at or remember the buildings, along with that try to remember certain details, like who is the architect, where the building is situated, is there anything specific or important for that particular building. Those kind of details you should be take care of, because previously questions were asked. Even in this session, when we look at uh, different questions, you will see in some of the questions they will ask about the building and the architect. In some of them they can ask about the building and location. They can also ask about the building and its architectural style. So all of these are present. After that, in aptitude, other kind of questions we can expect are something like, let's say, mirror image, or you can say surface development, counting blocks. So those kind of questions are also there. Now the thing is, if your aptitude level is like you do not require very high level of aptitude skills to solve these questions, and also you can see that it is of 200 marks, that is half of the total weightage is for aptitude. So if you make this a strong part, you can think of that, okay, my maths part is not that strong, but I can focus upon aptitude and drawing, because also towards the end of preparation it gets difficult to make hold of different topics of maths. When we come to the drawing part, the 2 questions that they ask, now drawing part also have their own categories for questions. One category is, they will ask you to visualize a scene, and then they will ask you to draw that on paper. So you need to visualize it, you need to draw it. You might also need to render it with colors or just pencil shading or anything like that. They will assess your overall composition and overall thought process, what kind of view you have generated, and what is your final result that you are producing. Second category of question that you can expect is, they will give you some basic solids like a cuboid or a prism, or let's say a pentagonal pyramid, anything. They will give you those basic solids, and then they will ask you to arrange them or to make some kind of composition from them. That is another category. Then they can also give you some image and ask you to alter that image. They can also give you some kind of geometric pattern, and then ask you to, let's say, rotate it 90 degrees, and then after rotation draw it again. So these are different kind of questions you can expect in drawing part. Okay, someone raised their hand. If you have any concern, you can write in the chat box. And the last thing is, the total weightage is of 400 marks, And if you look at also the previous trend, try to target at least 300 plus marks, so that you will get a choice in the colleges of your choice. You can choose from them instead of settling somewhere around 200 and 250 like that. Try to target 300 plus, and that planning you can do on your own, looking at your strong part, whether that is drawing part or aptitude or whatever it is. If anyone have any doubt in this exam pattern or anything, they can ask. Otherwise, we can discuss some of the common mistakes that students usually do. Drawing part is not freehand. Freehand means it's like, let's say they ask you to visualize a scene in which, let's say, some children, they are playing in a park, some elderly people sitting there, or some balloon seller is there, some ice cream seller is there. So they can just give you a statement, you need to visualize and then draw it. So there you need not to use any of the, let's say, ruler or any of the instruments. That would be freehand. You can just sketch it, you can hatch it, render it, anything with colors, with pencil. Aptitude based questions will be mostly like world history. They can ask questions on world history, they can ask questions on Indian history, not just history part. Sometimes they ask contemporary questions also, like some building, some modern architectural building, they can ask details about them also. Okay, so if we now look at some of the common mistakes of students, first thing is that I also suggest that to all my students is read the question carefully. Now, the reason for mentioning this part is because sometimes JEE plays with the question statement, and they also give confusing answers. Like they know where you might go wrong, and then they will also put that option in out of the given 4 options. So that part, read the question carefully, see what they are specifically asking for you to answer. Second thing, I would say that instead of thinking like the answer is B or answer is C, try to think in your mind like the answer is option A, option B, option C, like that. The reason being, let's say they give you a question and there are 4 images as the answer. All the images, they are marked as A, B, C, D. Now you realize that B is the right answer. But when you look at the options, the sequence is different. The sequence could be, they can have C, A, B, D. So you should not, because of the panic or because of the time constraint or any reason, you should not pick that, okay, B is the right answer, B is here, you will tick here. That would be wrong. So take care of these things. Always think like, okay, B. So that answer should be the right one. Like, actually, you should not tick B like that. That was the point. Choose B. It is at the place of option C. Therefore, option C is the right answer. So second part, in short, I can say, take care of options. Third thing is not keeping a track of time with respect to the questions remaining, or let's say getting stuck of any one particular question. Now, what happens at this point is sometimes students feel like, okay, they have understood the question, or they have already half solved it, or let's say they think like, I have already invested 3-4 minutes or 5 minutes in this question, so I should better get the answer. But then you also need to understand, you need to develop this understanding which question you should attempt and which question you should omit. Like there are some questions which are easy but which are time consuming, or there are some questions which are confusing in the starting. So you need to take care of those parts. Just look at the question and see if you can directly get the answer, or there would be something you might get stuck in. Or even when you are halfway done and still you are not getting the answer, it's better to leave that question for that part at least and attempt others. Because in the entire structure of question paper, it never goes like easy question, medium question, hard question. Sometimes very easy questions are also there towards the end. And a lot of students, when we discuss things, they say that sir, we couldn't get the chance to go up to the last question, and those were the easier questions which we were aware of. So take care of that part. I can say keep the track of time. Next thing is getting familiarized with the layout of the exam. Like, it is the online exam, so you should know what is the layout of it, how you should attempt it. There are also options like you can mark the questions. So let's say at this stage you decide you are leaving this question for this moment, but you will again come back on this question. So in such conditions, you should know that how to mark the question, what are the options that are given. You should not waste any second during the exam time to figure out what are the options given. So I can just say that take care of the layout, or get yourself familiarized with the layout. Another part is, let's say uh, all these mistakes, they are there for the aptitude part or maths part. If we discuss about the drawing part, a common mistake that students do is they try to achieve perfection in their drawing. But there is also a thing that you will get a limited time, and it would be very hard to achieve perfection. It will consume a lot of time. So your focus should be on completing the drawing in a presentable manner instead of achieving perfection. It's like, for reality, an average complete drawing will give you more marks than a perfect half drawing. So take care of the drawing part. Drawing should be complete. Remember the sentence that average complete drawing will give you more marks than a perfect half drawing. So these are few of the common mistakes that you can take care of. Along with them, take care of these things. Few other things could be related to the tips and tricks. And those are, first thing I would say, don't just rely on the knowledge that you are having, but focus on digging the answer. It's like you look at a question and you feel like you are not aware of the answer, and you might think of leaving the question. Just try to look at the question again and see if there is something you are familiar of. Is there is something from which you can get the answer? There are a lot of questions in which just because you know few words of that part, you can answer it. So take care of it. Try to dig out the answer. It's like, if something is given and there around 5-6 properties are given. Now you are not aware of all of those properties, but you can actually understand, or you can identify one of the property of anything, and from that you can find the answer. So remember this part. Second is, there are match the following kind of questions. Column 1, column 2, you need to match them together. In that part, first look at which all options you are sure of. Like, you are having these, let's say you are sure of these, and now you need to think of them. First thing is, eliminate the options that are given which do not satisfy this relation. After that, look at the 4 options, and from these 4 options try to get the answer. It's like, let's say out of in these 3, option B was given like B3, so that could be a possibility that B3 is the right answer. Another thing is, while attempting the paper, in the starting part, try to focus on those questions which you are having a strong hold, or which are like very easy part, so that you will get confidence in attempting the paper. So it doesn't matter if in the starting you leave out some of the questions, that doesn't matter, but try to solve a lot of questions in the starting part. Only after that you can tackle the questions, the difficult questions, towards the end of exam. So easy questions in the start. After that, there is also one thing, there is negative marking. But again, for those questions, let's say out of the 4 options, you can eliminate 2 options. So out of the remaining 2, when you are having a 50-50% chance, towards the end of exam, you can at least try to attempt 2-3 questions in which you are having a 50-50% doubt. Let's say out of these 3 questions or 2 questions that you attempt with this probability, if one question is correct and other 2 are wrong, then they will balance out. But if 2 are correct, 1 is wrong, then you are having something positive. But do not utilize this, you can say, this method in those questions in which the probability is lesser than 50-50. If you are having 3 options in which you are having doubt, do not attempt those questions. So take care of negative marks. And other tips and tricks includes, like, don't worry about the maths preparation if it is doubtful for you. If you are not, let's say, if maths is not that strong part of you, aptitude and drawing part can also help much for that part. You are okay, so you are asking to get some good score in these 2 months for JEE. I would say assess your level of preparation that you are having, your understanding of concepts. And if you feel like you need assistance of others, so you can also join us for that part. You will get a structured preparation for 2 months. So you will also get a confidence that, okay, these are the 2 months, I need to cover this much part, and this is how I will proceed. So yes, in that case, it is possible. If anyone having any doubt till now, they can ask. Otherwise, we'll now start with the questions. And for that part, like I discussed, I'll discuss with you the aptitude part and the drawing part. So we'll leave out these maths questions. How to revise the full syllabus? Okay. For that part, again, for revising, you can divide your entire syllabus into parts about what are your strong parts, what are your weak parts, and then how much time you need to dedicate on a daily basis, considering the deadline for your preparation. You should not think like your revision will go up to the exam date. Divide your syllabus, think whether you need to give 3 hours or 4 hours, like that. Also, along with that, in the starting part, take out the topics which you are already familiar of, which you in which you are having confidence that yes, they are clear to you. And after that, in the middle of your preparation, take out those topics which you find difficult. Again, towards the end, take the easier topics. So this is how you will be always mentally ready to revise the entire syllabus and prepare for it. The date of exam is towards the end of April. So from 21st April, we also discussed it in the first slide. Okay, now let's look at the type of questions. In this part, also these questions, they were shared with you. So you might also have prepared them or practiced them. If you have any doubt in any of the specific question, then you can ask that part. Otherwise, we'll focus on the approach of solving these questions, or what all things you need to prepare for some particular type of question. Okay, so for the dates part, I'll do one thing after this session. uh, I'll circulate the document with you, or let's say what are the exact dates as per the latest guidelines from NTA. That part will share with you, so don't worry about that as of now. Okay, so if we now start with the general aptitude part, first question they are asking is about which among the following is the full form of UNESCO. Now these are the type of questions which let's say the general awareness kind of questions. They are asking about UNESCO or sustainable development goals, how many are there, and then what are smart cities, what are some green solutions. These are the things which are like, let's say, some trending topics, and everyone should be aware of those part. So this one, UNESCO stands for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So option 1 is the right answer for it. Last year papers can refer for best understanding. Yes, actually you should always refer the previous year question papers, because even when they change the overall structure of exam, the kind of questions, the level of questions, they are somewhat similar, they remain similar. They might introduce a new type of let's say new type of questions for this session, but still there won't be any radical change that okay, now something was like that, completely switch it. That won't be the case. Next question we have is match the list 1 and 2. Now these kind of questions you can prepare when you study the prominent buildings of world and India, and also when you prepare about the details of them. Like in this one, the first one is falling water. This is the Hall of Nation. This is Petronas Tower. This is the Secretariat. So therefore the option correct one would be B, A, D and C. So A is the right option. If anyone experience any doubt, they can ask. Then again, these questions are similar, in which you need to match the list 1 and 2 with the locations and the buildings. So again, the Badrinath temple is in Kamru, and the Khirki Masjid is in Delhi. Fatehpur Sikri have Buland Darwaja, and Victoria Memorial is in Kolkata. So in these kind of questions, first thing is the correct answer would be option A. Second, let's say students are mostly aware of Fatehpur Sikri and of Kolkata, like Victoria Memorial and Buland Darwaja. So you can first look at these where the correct pair is given. So 3D is given in these two. Then you can look at Kolkata and Victoria Memorial. So 4A is given in these, but B is already wrong. So option A is the right answer. This is how I was saying you that you can also solve them with the given options and with the information that you know. Now, if you look at the next one, this is Jagannath Temple. And this is Nalanda University, Agra Fort and Atala Masjid. Therefore, the answer would be option A. So you see, all these questions, like the next two questions about the location of all these temples or about the location of all these forts, all these questions, they are similar. In this one, B is the right answer. That is Yadvendra Garden, or it is also known as the Pinjore Garden. It's in Pinjore. Then the Vishnu temple is in Bunyar. Hidimba temple is in Manali. And the Hari Mandir is in Amritsar. Similar to that, the Mehrangarh Fort, it's in Jodhpur, or the Siri Fort is in Delhi, Golconda Fort is in Hyderabad, and Fort Williams is in Kolkata. So with that, B would be the right answer for question 36. All these questions, they are of one category in which you can just prepare for the prominent buildings and the details related to them. These questions were actually just asking about their location. They can also ask about their architectural style, or about the architect, or about any other prominent detail. Then when you also prepare for the buildings and their architects, try to look for details about the architects as well. Like the architect, is there any prominent prize that they won, or is there any very famous book, let's say, written by them, or what is their most famous work which is let's say renowned at a world level. It's like the book God of Small Things is written by which Indian architect? So it is by Arundhati Roy. This part can actually go in the general knowledge part, but it can also get into the part of looking at the work of architects. Then we have some questions related to the architecture, specific architecture of location wise. That is, in this one, a building element is given, a jharokha, and it is a type of window mostly found in. Can anyone answer me? Jharokha is a type of building mostly found in. You are saying fort, but actually these are the options. So they are asking about the state, and not just fort. They are there in Havelis. Okay, most of you are saying Rajasthan, and yes, Rajasthan is the right answer. It's not West Bengal or Gujarat. They can give you other kind of architecture also, like let's say Pol. So Pol is of Gujarat, or let's say some kind of courtyard houses or the bungalows. Their origin is there in the West Bengal. So that kind of questions you can also expect. Previously, they have also given questions like they show you specific let's say specific buildings or the elements of buildings, and then they ask you to identify them. Now the question is, the monsoon wind enters the Indian subcontinent from which direction? Now let's say you are not aware of this part, that from where the winds they actually enter in the Indian subcontinent. But let's say you read newspaper or anything, and you realize that monsoon ne dastak di, and the first thing, the first state that is always mentioned is actually Kerala. And then they say that monsoon now entered in Kerala, and it will reach in the northern India up to this date. So you can also think like, okay, what is the location of Kerala with respect to the directions? And you will see it's in the southwest. So that could be, that is a guess, but a calculated based on some kind of knowledge or evidence. So that can also give you right answer. This question can actually be the kind of, I was saying, you look at the question, don't feel like you don't know the answer. Just think of, okay, monsoon, what you know about monsoon, or any news related to it. Then which of the following buildings represent the colonial architectural pattern in India? Now in this part, if you look at this Bharat Bhavan, LIC building, Charminar, Victoria Memorial. So Bharat Bhavan, LIC building, they are modern buildings. They are designed by Charles Correa. So you will also, when you study about the buildings, you will realize that, okay, these are some modern buildings. So there is no colonial architecture in that. Or let's say look at Charminar. Now Charminar in Hyderabad, that represents actually the Indo-Islamic architecture. And Victoria Memorial in Kolkata. Victoria Memorial in Kolkata is actually of Indo-Saracenic revivalist style. Basically, it has both the British and the Mughal elements in its architecture. So because of this British and Mughal elements, because it is having that colonial past and the architectural heritage, it represents the colonial architecture pattern in India. Victoria Memorial. Is everything clear till now? Anyone want to discuss anything related to these questions, not the general part? Towards the end, we can again come back to the general part. All clear. Thank you. Then the question is, what is the size of A2 drawing sheet? Now, actually, these drawing sheets, till our 12th class, we just use A4 sheets, A4 papers. But when you first enters in your bachelor's, you will see A2, A3, A4 sheets, A5 or A1 sheets, all these different sizes. And one thing is, all of these are, let's say, now in this part, let's say this is the A2 size. So this would be 420 and this would be 594. This is the size of A2 sheet, option B. But then if you double it in this direction, that is 594 by 841, it will become an A1 sheet. This is A2 and this complete is A1. That also means that when you need to make A3, you need to half it, which also means that you memorized the dimensions of A2 sheet. Let's say this year they ask about the size of A3 sheet. So you know that you need to half the A2 to get the A3, which also means that this will remain same, 420. This will become 297. So this is how your one knowledge will help you in answering similar questions. Okay, then again, these three questions, no need to discuss again your GK based, prominent buildings based, or the architects based. We can directly get the answer. Victory Tower belongs to which of the following fort? It's in the Chittor fort. Which among the following architect has designed the famous temple Akshardham? So it's Vikram Lal. Completely based on your knowledge base. There is no logic through which you can get the answer. Volume 0 documentary is on which architect? It's of Charles Correa, in which his life works they were given. Then Agenda 21 is a declaration related to. So like UNESCO was something which is contemporary, your GK part. Similarly, Agenda 21 is your GK part, which is related to sustainable development. Then comes gold mines are situated in which state of India? So even for that part, if you know the answer, that's good. It's Karnataka. If someone is, let's say, very fond of movies or anything, and they have seen KGF, so that also shows you gold mines and all those, like the backdrop of the story is related to that. Now that would be a random guess, getting the answer Karnataka, but just something if you can relate and if you are willing to take chance that might be the right answer. Then it asks, in the southern hemisphere, shadowless light is from which direction? Now, first you need to understand what is a shadowless light. Then you need to understand how the hemisphere is or how it will move. Yes, B is the right answer actually. It's south. Now, the shadowless light, it is also known as the diffuse light. it is not direct from the source, but it is like diffuse light, so it comes from all the directions. And as it is not direct light, so it is very soft light, and soft light cast, you can say, very, they do not cast harsh shadows, let's say. Now the sun path is from east to west, so in the southern hemisphere the object will receive the direct light from the north and diffuse light from the south, and that diffuse light will create the, will be the shadowless light. So it was a comparatively difficult question. Then comes the first Indian architect who has won the Pritzker Prize. Actually, not just the first one, he is also the only Indian architect who won the Pritzker Prize till now. It's B.V. Doshi. And the year was 2018 in which he won the prize. Then we have the word bungalow originates from. So bungalow actually originated from Bengal. They are basically those single story houses. They are having a courtyard in the center. They are in the Bengali style. So from there, that traditional architecture, the word bungalow originated. Then another question, IIM Ahmedabad is designed by which architect? So it's by Louis Kahn. So these are the, no, it's not by Lutyens. Lutyens designed New Delhi. That is different. These are the questions based on your knowledge or the general awareness part. Next category of questions, like let's say how many squares are present. So these are the kind of questions which you, in which you can actually score all the good marks. First one is when you have to count the squares in it, you need to remember, or you can say you need to identify what are the different types of squares that are present. It's like one category is these small squares. So you can count all of them. You will find 13 such small squares. After that, always go in one direction. Like you took the smallest one, then pick the square which is just, you can say, larger than this smallest unit. Then pick the larger one, then larger one, like that. So next size, first size was this one. Next would be this one. You will have 1 and 2, 3, 4. So 4 such squares. After that, this is also a square, this bigger one. So plus 1. There would be 18 squares. Clear? So we started from the smallest square. We went up to the biggest square. Now, next question is, a drawing is provided with all the folds to construct the following 3-dimensional object. Select the correct one. So basically, this is a kind of surface development. All these options are given. You need to see which one is the right one, so that when you fold it, you will get this as the answer. Now, one method is that you start visualizing in folding it, but that would be very difficult, time consuming. Very first step that you can do is just count the surfaces in the question figure and in all the options. So those options in which the number of surfaces are different, they will be directly eliminated. After that, you just need to check, let's say, only the remaining 2 options, if that is the case. Otherwise, sometimes what also happens that 3 options are eliminated. You will directly get the right answer just by counting the surfaces. Therefore, if you just count the surfaces in this one, in the question statement, you are having 16 surfaces. You can count. Now, also during counting, remember this surface which is on the back and these lower surfaces. After that, start counting. Now, this is having 15. This is also having 15 surfaces. Option C is having 14 surfaces. And this is having 16. We are not counting it. I'm already having the count of these. So from this question figure having 16 surfaces, option D having 16 surfaces, all of these got eliminated. D is the right answer. No confusion or anything. Directly you will get a confident answer. Clear? Then these kind of questions in which you a plan, let's say, would be given. They will mark an arrow. Also remember one thing. Sometimes they mark the arrow. They also write that this is front, this is side. Now it doesn't matter the arrow is given on this side. Sometimes in the question statement, they will say, what is the front view of it? Which means you need to actually look at it from this side. That's why remember to read the question carefully. Don't just go by the arrow that is marked here. That's the first thing. Second thing, when you're looking at it from this side, always remember that each closed figure would be one level. Like this is 1, then this is 2. After that, these are again something which are present here. Next part. This straight line means you will get a rectangle like this. See, I'm explaining all this part in this question. In the similar questions, we'll go a bit faster. Next, one of the actual method that you can say study in your first year in bachelor's is actually you project it and then you look at this part like that. So on top of it, there would be something like this. But then we are also having this particular figure here, which is in front of this, which also means that it will be something like this. And therefore, this particular line won't be here. It will go something like this. Right? Also, when something is given in plan, the height is not specified. It could be of any height. Then we come to this part. Now it shows that it is having a plane face with something triangular. So this can't be the case. Cancelled out. Also, this can't be the case. Another reason to cancel it out. That way, option B is the right answer. So we just discussed a lot of things which you can take care of while solving these kind of questions. And you will get a lot of such questions. It's like in question 54, they are saying that the top view of an object is given. Identify the correct elevation among the following answer, looking in the direction of arrow. So, okay, we need to look at it from this side. First thing, there would be something at the base. Then this is in the plan. So a tower kind of thing would be there. Towards the back of it, there will be this object. Now, if you look at it, B got cancelled. The reason being the tower is kind of thing is not here, let's say. D got cancelled. A also got cancelled. Oh, sorry, C. And from this part, A is the right answer. So in this one, the figure is not visible because of the layout that we are having in this document, but you will get it in the paper, all these things together, and you can visualize them. Next is, again, the top view of an object is given. You need to identify the correct elevation in from this direction. So again, you can just draw the guides like this, and you will realize that in the base you will have 3, 4, 5. 5 divisions could be there. B is having just 4. B got cancelled out. On top of that, there would be something flat, and on top of that, there should be something which is equal. So this is not equal. This got cancelled out. You can just remember. You can also look at the approach through which I am solving these questions. You can directly use the same approach in getting the answer. This is not even having the division here. So D got cancelled out. C is the right answer. This is how you can solve the questions in which a plan is given, let's say, and they are asking about a particular elevation. All clear till now? If you are having any doubt, you can ask. All clear. Okay. Next we have is these kind of questions. They are basically the questions you might have solved in your childhood, like these kind of puzzles you can find in your newspapers or in, let's say, Bal Bhaskar or some magazines like that. The figure is hidden. Now remember, it is of same size and the direction. That means the orientation of the option given, the size of it, that would be same. So if you look at A, and if you feel like this could be A, that won't be the case because of this bulge, because of the direction of it, like that. In this one, and the method is you just need to look at the options. You need to, with the help of options, try to find them. And actually C is the right answer, which we can find here. This is C. Similar kind of, again, in this one, you need to find, these are the 4 options. A bit difficult figure, let's say, compared to the previous one. Also see, if you observe this figure, you might feel like it is present here because of this design. But then take care of what's actually happening at the back of it. So that way, do not rush in getting the answer. You might get a similar, you can say, pattern in the question statement, but that would be a wrong one. C is the right answer here. And C is actually this one. With that understanding, we can solve this 58 also, in which this option 4 is present, and that is here. And similar to that, we have 59 with all these options, and actually option D is present in it somewhere here. So these are easier part. Try to get the right answer in such questions. Then comes the mirror image concept. And in this, you just need to remember few things, like let's say the left hand side become the right hand side, which you when you look at the theory part, you read such statements. One thing what you can take care of, that in the mirror, whatever distance you are having from this side, that exact distance would be there on this side, which also means that when you start drawing it, you will draw it something like this. Another thing is, if you just observe the given options, These two things should be there. It is not here in A got cancelled. Then in B, C, and D, one thing we can see is these two are in one line, whereas they are not in one line here. And when you observe in the question, they are not in one line, or they are not aligned, let's say. So no need to even draw the exact mirror image of it. You can just observe few things and then you can get the answer. B is the right one. C and D both got cancelled out because of this reason. Right? Similar to that mirror image concept, we are having this question 61. Now the mirror is actually on this x-axis. Still the concept would be same. And option C would be the right answer here. You can just draw again a circle here, divide it into parts, and then start thinking that these rings are like this. So here they will go something like this. This is like this. So here it will go like this. Then you will have a circle, then this, like that. Similar to that, you have 62, which is again a mirror image question. You are having a mirror here. So we'll not discuss the details of it. Option 2 is the right answer. And in this 63, which one of the following figure complete the sequence? Now in this one, completing the sequence, again there are different types. Those types are like, one type is shown here. There would be some visual, some figures in which you need to identify what will come here. There could be a sequence of, let's say, alphabetical sequence could be there, A, B, C, D, like that. And then you need to look at what is the logic in the given sequence. There could be numbers also. Anything, you will get a question mark, you need to answer. So if you start finding it from this one, let's say this entire figure, it rotates 90 degrees in clockwise, and the figure rotates. Basically, this is a hollow circle, this is a hollow circle, and then it is getting flipped or rotated like this. Similar to that, you can also rotate this particular figure here. So where it should go? If we look at all these options, let's say this part is there on the opposite of it. So this part should go on the opposite of it here. So A and B both got cancelled out. Now we are just having C and D. We can now look at the differences. One of the differences is there in the number of rings. So we can just count the rings here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D is the right answer. Yes, correct. Option D is the right answer. Then again, we have that a 3D figure is given. Identify the correct view among the following figures. So basically, this is the arrow side. You need to look at it. You need to find the right one. Same method. First, you will see a rectangle. Then you will see something like this. In such questions, the things you need to remember is some gap is here. Okay. It is like this, but this particular face would be visible to you. So take care of that. You can directly pick these faces. Now also remember that this is slant surface, but at the back of it, you are having this figure. So this would also be visible. Yes, all of you are right. It's option A. That's the right answer. With that understanding, we can also look at 65. You need to look at it from this side. So first we will have a plane like this. After that, these two should also be visible. Another thing, one more thing you can do is, if you are getting confused in how to read the question figure, how to understand the arrangement of it, just for once look at all the options that are given. From the options, you will realize the points on which you need to focus upon. Like, if you look at option A and B, the difference you can find is, first thing is this gap, which is not here. Second thing is the location of this particular rectangle. That also means that, okay, this is a difference. Let's look at this particular part. We see that here it feels like it is touching, but actually the height would be seen from this part, that, okay, this is at some height. So because of this, B got cancelled, D got cancelled. After that, now you are having A and C. And in that, the difference is here at the location of it, whether it is aligned with this surface or it is having at some gap. Okay, let's see. This particular line tells us that it is attached, it is aligned with this surface. So yes, you are correct. Option A is the right answer. Are you guys understanding all these points? If you just remember them, they will help you a lot in getting right answers during your exam. These are the direct practical methods you can use instead of studying some theory part, a lot of theory that we need to cover in regular classes. That is also useful, a lot of useful. Okay, then we have question 66. Again, you are looking at it from this side. You would be having two rectangles like this, another rectangle. Also see that this is double story, this is single one. And then you are also having a tower at the back. So with these observations, if we see, there are no two double stories, B got cancelled. Then there is nothing of this connection, C got cancelled. There was nothing like double height of this part, D got cancelled. Right? So option A is the right answer. Similarly, you can solve this one. You develop understanding for one type of questions, you will get 4 or 5 such questions. So that is the good part. Look at this rectangle, then this rectangle, which is at some offset, then some L shape. And option A is the right answer. Then you look at 68, you look at it from this side. Again, one more thing, if you are having such kind of slant surfaces, these slant surfaces will also look just like a rectangle. The length would be lesser, shorter than the actual length, but they will appear as rectangle. Now we can just observe all of these options. There should be this line, which is not here. So this got cancelled. The alignment is something like this, not a straight slant. This got cancelled. This line should be somewhere here. D got cancelled. A is the right answer. If anyone having any doubt, they can ask. These are similar questions with you can solve it with the same logic. Then we have, again, you need to identify the correct view among the answer figures. So we look at it from this side. Anyone? What's the answer? Yes, A is the right answer. Then again, you are having a 3D figure, this particular object. These are actually very simple 3D figures that came last year. You will get all these shapes, but actually when you look at it from this arrow direction, you will just see this L shape. You will also see this one. Whenever there is some kind of, you can say, elevation difference, this depth is there, so the line would be visible. This line would be visible like that. So option D is the right answer here. Similar to that, in 71, again easier. One a rectangle would be there, then another rectangle would be there at some offset, then another rectangle of same height would be there and same alignment, then another rectangle would be there with some offset. Option A is the right answer for it. Some more questions, similar questions. Now you look at it from this side, so there is no reason to have it like that. A got cancelled. There is nothing like this, so B got cancelled. We actually need an inverted T because of it, and that is there in C and D. The difference is of this window. This window is on this side, therefore C is the right answer. And you can, if you are having a strong hold on these topics, you can actually solve them quickly and save some time, so that you can utilize that time in your other part. Like maths will take a lot of time to solve. After that, this 73rd question, again you need to look at it from this side. And in this part, you need to have a rectangle, you need to have this part, then another L, and this small part. So option 2 is the right answer. Then similarly, 74th, you look at it from this side, and actually option A is the right answer. These lines would be here because of this part. L shape would be here, then this part. Similar questions. Then we have question 75. First, you guys try to answer it. The question figure with all the answers. Okay, so the answers I got from you are option B and option C. If we start analyzing it, first thing, actually one of my student asked this question because the way he perceived this given figure, that was wrong. He actually thought of it like it's going in the depth like this, and this surface is at the back. So that way it was very confusing to visualize. But remember, or you can also observe that these are some darker lines here, like this. That means this particular surface is towards us compared to these. Yes, C is the right answer. first understanding is this, so that you don't get confused in understanding the given figure. After that, next part is you can just observe few things, like look at the gap here and look at here, that is not matching, this got cancelled out. Or look at the gap here and here, cancelled out, right? Also you can look at the thickness, cancelled out. So C is the right answer. These are the things you can observe. Then we have 76, and they are saying that identify the correct top view among the following figure. So I guess this is also an easy question. In NATA, there are same options with different sizes. It's difficult to answer. What you are saying that in similar questions, in these kind of questions, you get similar options. Yes. Okay. See, that's why I'm highlighting all these points, like why we discussed about this particular gap here and here. These are the kind of differences you need to observe. It's like, let's say you look at option C and option D. They kind of similar because of this gap, or the overall layout. But then you need to look at the width of this part. Always look at the question figure and the given options together, so that you can also, by looking at the options, you can identify the points which you need to look at, right? Same thing we have seen in a lot of questions. You will actually get the understanding of on which points you need to focus upon. And also, if you have any specific question in which you are confused that came in NATA, you can just send that question to me and then we can discuss it on the app. For those students who are not aware, in the app of KP classes, we have another interactive part in which there is an option of talk to tutor. So you can directly send your doubts to us, the faculty, directly, and we can discuss them there also. Then in 76th question, the top view you need to identify. It also says that there would be at the base an L-shaped surface should be there, which is only present in A and D. So B and C got cancelled directly. And after that, in A and D, you can look at the gap. This part is not here. So A is the right answer. Which exam is tough, JEE-2 or NATA? Actually, both the exams, they have their differences. And then it gets easier, tougher for students based on their own skill set. It's like, let's keep the questions on a hold for a bit. Let's say you take the drawing part. So in JEE, they will ask you to draw, like physical drawing would be there. In NATA, they will not ask you to draw, but they will ask you conceptual questions. Now, let's say you are a student who is not good in drawing, but you are well aware of the concepts of drawing. So you will feel like NATA is easier for you as compared to JEE. But then let's say you are very good in drawing, you can draw anything, but when they ask technical questions, that gets difficult for you. So you will feel like no, JEE is easier as compared to NATA. Then you can let's say look at the other part, like in NATA they also ask questions from physics, but they are not there in JEE. So that part is creating the difference. Around 5-6 questions are there from physics also in NATA. Then for the maths part, it's maths is difficult in JEE as compared to NATA. So if maths is something that scares you, so you will feel like no, NATA is easier. So I hope you are getting the idea. Based on different sections, based on the kind of questions you can get, and based on your skill set. In JEE-2, I couldn't understand your doubt. No, physics, chemistry are not there in JEE paper. Only maths is there. Okay, so let's get back to the questions part. Question 77 is also saying that you need to identify the correct top view. So again, you can observe the thickness of this part because that is creating some difference here, right? You can also observe this particular part because that is creating difference here, this thickness, right? So option A is the right answer for it. That is 77. Then comes 78. Now 78 is identify the building composition of having less visual tension among the following figures. Now this visual tension, it is there in the images which are having lesser balance in the overall composition, or there are some sense of movement is there, some kind of disturbing movement is there, or something which is not correctly placed, let's say. Those kind of things, they create visual tension. So if you look at these two parts, option C and D, both of these blocks, they are shorter blocks, they are of same height, whereas these, they are elongated in the depth and also of varying height and size. So A and B are not that balanced as compared to C and D. Also in C and D, you can see that they are, let's say, elongated in this y-axis also, whereas C feels like more composed. So C would be the right answer for it. Then comes question 79, and the top view is given. You need to look at the elevation of it. In these kind of questions, you need to remember things like in the top view, there is no mention of height. So any of these element could be, you can say, could go higher than some other element. What matters is which element is in front, which element is in the back. And then again, you can use the same method of drawing the guides like this, and then seeing that what all lines would be visible to you. We realize that a lot of lines should be there, but a lot of lines, let's say there are no lines in C, this got cancelled, or B or D are having fewer lines, so they got cancelled. This particular question is actually easier. Sometimes you get options which are kind of similar, so you need to actually count all of these lines, 1 2 3 4 5 like that, and then you need to compare the options. So getting such kind of questions would be actually, you can say, you would be lucky to get such easy questions straightforward. Then we have this question, and you need to look at the elevation of it. So again, if you look at it from this particular side, we will see 1 2 3 4. 4 surfaces should be visible to us. Now let's say all of these, 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and the base is different from this plan. The top and bottom, that should be same. Again, here the base is different, so B and C got cancelled out. The point is the top view is given, there is no information about the bottom part of it. But when nothing is given, you will consider that whatever is present on the top would be there on the bottom also. That's the logic. And then there should be 4. So 1 2 3 4, D is the right answer. That way you can get the answer. So these 50 questions, they were of the aptitude part. If we look at the drawing part, there are few points which you can take care of, and those points are: First is the composition. Whatever scene is given or whatever question they are asking, always take care of the composition. Along with that, use colors. If you are comfortable with, you can quickly do that, or simply do the shading with pencil. At least do something like that instead of just having some skeleton drawing, because these things, they will give some depth in your work. I'll also show you the examples. Another thing is, take care of the scale, take care of the perspectives while answering, because otherwise your answer will feel like it's distorted, and that would be a bad thing. And then this is one of the example of question that came. Draw a proportionate sketch of given reference image. This is the reference image, by using any black and white rendering technique of your own choice. That means black and white is required. And another option is decode the image, prepare a balanced composition in a frame of your choice by using any black and white rendering technique. So again, same thing. First thing is, they are just asking you to draw a proportionate sketch of it. Second is, you need to draw it, you need to place it into some frame, into some composition. And for that part, I have this answer set. Let me just zoom in. These are actually, okay, we need to again go back to that slide. Because of that zoom in part, we got redirected on this slide. Okay. So first thing is, when you need to, you can say again draw this or put it in some composition, you can have a reference grid. The reference grid, first step is to make this grid on the canvas sheet to get the idea of the overall proportion and scale. What is the division of this given image? Then you sketch it using some basic shapes. You draw the overall, you can say, outline profile of different elements, about the face, about the length of, about the hand, all these parts. Then you start detailing out, but detailing out from basics. Like you add on some basic details, you can add on details like here, you can add on another things. So you just get an outline of all the details. After that, you can start rendering some basic rendering, then add on some texture and face details. Towards the end, you have sciography. So again, you get some depth of it, you create some shadows, just visualize one location of the light source, and then based on that, do all the sciography. This is one part. You need to, there is a lesser part from my end to explain in these kind of drawings. You need to practice on all this part, but this is one flow chart which you can follow if you are a beginner, and then you can try to practice such things. Second part, in which there was requirement of putting it in some composition. So you can just feel like some kind of locality is there, and in that locality the person is there, like it's a close-up image. And again, you can add on all these details. Also, for adding on these details, try to take care of the perspectives. The sequence will go same. First of all, you will draw some basic lines which will act as your guidelines, so you will get an idea of the placement of where you will have these structures or the stairs or some kind of these utility poles, anything. Then you can just make the lines stronger of the overall layout, and then you can add on the details of all the hatching and shading and everything. This is the first part in which the image was given. Understand the type of question that came. The image was given, and then some kind of you can say action you need to do on that. Another kind of question that was is draw a scene of kite festival by using colors. Or second part is draw a harmonic three-dimensional composition with the following. Now in this one, first just a line is there that draw a scene of kite festival using colors, no details or anything. So basically it's on you, a complete freehand drawing, whatever you feel like. Kite festival, you are on the ground, you are on some rooftop, you are in a park or anything, whatever the crowd, entire thing depends upon you. So in this kind of question, the examiner will also see your visualization part, your imagination part. After that, they will see how you drew that and the completion of it, all those details. So if we just try to look at this question, again, step one, first is setting out the perspectives. You decide the vanishing points, whether there would be just 1 point or 2 point. The vanishing point is decided. After that, you start putting on details. Like with this vanishing point, you will feel like that, okay, one would be the protagonist, like the hero. So this is the person on which we'll focus upon. Then there would be like he's on rooftops or some localities. So draw them also with the help of perspective lines. After that, start adding details. Details like you can start adding these, the kite or some decorations or anything, just a basic skeleton. Then you can start coloring them. Selection of color is also important because that selection will set the mood of it. Mood, basically you have the warm colors and cool colors, so take care of that part. Overall, just for the drawing part, look at the color combinations, what kind of colors go good for what kind of colors. You can use them, you can complete the colors, but still after that part, after adding on all the colors, it will feel like a plain drawing. And if you just add the sciography, like creating this shadow or adding on this part or anything, now you can see this part. In this example, the person, they are not detailed out, no focus on their dress or anything. Even the shadow that is created here, it's like just some rectangle is there. Usually the shadow should be something like of the person exact shape, but overall examiner will just look at your work in one go. Whatever feel they are getting, they will mark. So first thing is, instead of leaving it flat, just try to draw the sciography and the depth. That would create the difference. The question which was in the option of it, the question was to draw a three-dimensional harmonic composition with the following two type of objects. So the descriptions were given: a cube, cuboid, cube of the side 2 centimeter, and a cuboid of 5 by 2 by 2, and also use the color scheme for composition. So again, you need to think how you will arrange all these objects together, what kind of composition would be there, which one you will place on top of other, like that. Also during the arrangement, take care of the perspectives. Like this is your center line, you will be having 2 points, 2 vanishing points on the sides. After that, after the guidelines, start detailing out overall the idea. If you have if you observe till now, first part we just try to draw some guidelines. Second part, we try to draw the outline of the objects that will be there in our composition. In the third step, we try to make them firm, like okay, this object. Then in the fourth part, we start coloring them, rendering them. In the fifth part, we like completely finish it, but without any depth physiography or anything. Then in the final product, we add on all these things. Similar thing is utilized here: face and light, the complete color and the physiography, all these. When you also decide the physiography, the shadow is on this side, so this face would be darker as compared to this face or this face. So take care of these basic things as well. And with that, we are done with my part of this session. So I thank all of you. After this, now the maths faculty, he will join. He will discuss all the maths part, the things you need to take care of, or how to solve the questions and all those part. So thank you all of you. And a lot of doubts we discussed in the starting also and during the session also. Still, if you face any difficulty or any specific doubt, you can just send your doubts to me in the chat box. Those students who are not enrolled with us, they can they have the office number, they can send doubts there, they can send their queries or anything. If they wish to get enrolled, they can just talk to our people in administration. They will get the entire assistance, all of that part. Okay, Shivani raised hand. If you want to discuss something, you can ask, or if it is by mistake, we can avoid. So from J, in which college we will get admission and which colleges through NATA? Actually, it is a very big list to get to discuss it here about the colleges that you will get from JEE and NATA. We can have, let's say, a different session for this, or we can discuss it separately. Okay, so with that, thank you all of you from my side. Best wishes for your exam.
Good evening, students. Okay, so the next part of this paper is mathematics. Okay, and mm, so the very first question we have: the least positive integral value of lambda such that 10 raised to the power 50 plus 3 into 4 raised to the power 52 plus lambda is divisible by 9. Okay, First, we should go through the concept. Any number. Okay, question number 1 we have any number which is divisible by 9 is of the form 9k. So basically, what is the task we have? Task we have is we have to convert this in the form of 9k. Okay, so I'm doing separate parts. See, for 10 raised to the power 50, it is 50, I guess. Yes, it is 50. We can write it as 1 plus 9 plus 1 raised to the power 50. Now, as from the binomial expansion, 1 plus x raised to the power n, we can expand this 1 plus x plus 1 plus nc1x plus nc2x square till ncn x raised to the power n. Okay, so this is the binomial expansion we have. From this, we can write this as 1 plus nc1 9 plus nc2 9 square till in place of 50 we can write n, we can write 50. In place of n we can write 50. So 1 plus 50 c1 9 plus 50 c2 9 square plus 10 plus 50 c50 9 raised to the power 50. Now from here to here, what we can see, each and every term is multiple of 9. Therefore, the form is 9k plus 1. Okay. Second thing, we have 3 into 4 raised to the power 52. Okay. Second thing, we have 3 into 4 to the power 52. So for 3 into 4 raised to the power 52, we can write this as 3 into 1 plus 3 raised to the power 52. Okay, again 3 into, now again this is a binomial expansion, so we can write this as 1 plus 52c1 3 till plus 52c52 3 raised to the power 52. Okay, now each and every term from this is multiple of 3. So we can write it as 3 into 1 plus 3k. It is of the form 3k. Therefore, this expression can be written as 9k plus 3. Okay. Third thing, we have lambda. Okay. So final expression we have 10 raised to the power 50 plus 3 into 4 raised to the power 52 plus lambda can be written as 9k plus 1. I'm writing this as k1. Okay. Plus 9k1 plus 3 plus lambda. So it can be written as 9 times k plus k1. Again, this term is constant plus 4 plus lambda. Okay, so this is 9c plus 4 plus lambda. Now this complete number, for this complete number to be divisible by 9, this should be is equals to 9. So 4 plus lambda should be is equals to 9. From here we can write the value of lambda is 5. So answer for the first one is, directly we can say answer for the first one is 5. Okay. Second one we have mod A is less than 1, mod B is less than 1, mod C is less than 1. And x is equals to summation of n to infinity, n is equals to 0 to infinity, a raised to the power n. Okay. So we can write it as summation of, question number 2, summation of n is equals to 0 to infinity, a raised to the power n as 1 plus a square plus till infinity. Now, what we can say, this is geometric progression and this is sum of geometric progression. So as infinite can be written as A by 1 minus R according to the general formula. According to the general formula, this can be written as A by 1 minus R. Okay, fine. So from here we can write in place of A, we can write 1. In place of 1 minus R, in place of R, we can write A. Okay. So as infinite, we have 1 by 1 minus A. So from here, X is equals to 1 by 1 minus A. Therefore, we can write 1 minus A is equals to 1 by X. Similarly, 1 minus B can be written as 1 minus Y, and 1 minus C can be written as 1 by Z. Okay, 1 minus C can be written as 1 by Z. These are the three things. Okay, 1 by X, 1 by Y, 1 by Z are in AP. Done. So we can write 1 minus A, 1 minus B, 1 minus C are in AP. Okay, now from the basic property of arithmetic progression, we know that if we add, subtract, multiply, or divide an AP with any constant term, the new sequence will be an AP. So what I'm doing, I'm just subtracting this AP with 1. I'm subtracting this AP by 1. So we have minus A, minus B, minus C are in AP. Okay, minus C are in AP. Again, I am multiplying this AP with minus 1. So we have A, B, C are in AP. Directly from the properties, we can solve this. So the next we have A, B, C are in AP, second one. Okay, third is Boolean algebra. Okay, so for Boolean algebra, draw truth table. Draw truth table, that is P, Q. For P, we have true, true. For Q, we have true, true, false, false. For Q, we have true, false, true, false. True, false, true, false. Okay. So P, okay. Third thing we have negation of P. And fourth thing we have negation of Q. Third thing we have negation of P. So negation of P is false, false, true, true. Negation of Q we have false, true, false, true. Okay, now we are going to satisfy these options. Okay, so we have to find P and operator. So P and Q will be T, 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 F for and. If both are true, then the result will be true. Otherwise, it will be false. So it is false. It is false. It is false. Next, we have from here, see, negation of P or Q. Negation of P or Q. So true, false, for or operator. If any one of the two is true, then it will be true. So true, false, true, false, 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 true, 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 and true, false, true. Done. This is done. This is done. P or negation of P, Q or negation of Q. P or negation of P, Q or negation of Q, and the last we have P or Q. For P or Q, we have true, 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 false. Okay, from these two. For P or negation of P, we have true, false, true, true, false, true, false, true, true, false, true, true. Okay, so here also we have true, 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 true. So this truth table you have to make to complete. Okay, now you can satisfy the answer. So P implies double implication. For double implication, if both are false, then the result is false. If both are false, then the result is false. If both are true, then the result is true. Okay, so P implies P or Q. P implies double implication. Okay, where is P or Q? If both are true, then the result is true. Okay, both are true, result is true. Both are true, result is true. Okay, true, false, true. And if both are false, then there is okay. Double implication. Sorry, if one of the two is false, then it is false. Otherwise, it is true. So option D is not the answer. First thing, option D is not the answer. Now for this, P or negation of P and Q or negation of Q. Okay, so P or negation of P all are true. Q or negation of Q all are true. Okay, so and operator, after an operator we will get true. So this is tautology actually. This is tautology. So answer will be option C for the question number 3. For question number 4, we have equation of the circle, which is mirror image of the circle. Okay, for mirror image, fourth question we have. Suppose this is your circle whose center is h comma k and radius is r, and this is a line L. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to make a circle here, okay, whose radius is equivalent to the radius of this. Whose radius is equivalent to the radius of this. Now, in straight line, you must have studied about the concept. If we have to find the image of this point h comma k with respect to the line ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So mirror image will be here. This is P, then this is Q. Okay. Suppose this Q is x comma y. So what is the formula? Formula is x minus h by a is equals to y minus k by b is equals to minus 2 times ah plus bk plus c divided by a square plus b square. Okay, so this is a general concept what I have taught you. So from here we can convert this equation in the form of whole square. So this is x minus 1 whole square plus y square is equals to 1. So its center is 1 comma 0 and 1 comma 0 is the center and radius is 1. Okay, and the line is x plus y is equals to 2. So finally, this point is 1 comma 0. Line is x plus y minus 2 is equals to 0. Now we have to find the mirror image. So we can write x minus 1 divided by 1 is equals to y minus 0 divided by 1 is equals to minus 2 times 1 plus 0 minus 2 divided by a square plus b square, that is 2. Okay, so this is minus 1 and minus this is plus 2, so cancel out, this will be 1. So you have x minus 1 is equals to 1, so we have x is equals to 2 and y is equals to 1. So center of the mirror image is 2 comma 1 and radius is, this is the center of mirror image and radius is 1. So equation of circle will be x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square is equals to 1 is the answer. Expand this, you will get the answer. You have x square minus 4x plus 4 plus y square minus 2y plus 1 is equals to 1. This 1 and 1 will get cancelled. So you have x square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y plus 4 is equals to 0. X square plus y square minus 4x minus 2y plus 4 is equals to 0 is the answer. Okay, for the fifth one, you have to make some changes. There is error in this equation. The equation is x1 plus 3x2 plus sx3. It is not 5, it is s is equals to t. Okay, so this is the equation. Now, the value of s and t for which the system of equation has no solution. Okay, for no solution, we have del is equals to 0. First thing. Second thing, out of del x, del y, and del z, at least 1 must be 0. So this is the general concept for such type of questions. For del is equals to 0, that means we have to make a determinant 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, s is equals to 0. Okay, I'm solving this here itself. So we have 1, 2s minus 9, 2s minus 9, minus 1. For this we have s minus 3, plus 1. For this we have 3 minus 2, and this is equals to 0. Okay, so overall we have 2s minus 9 minus s plus 3 plus 1 is equals to 0. So we have s, this is not p, this is 9. Okay, s, and this is minus 9 plus 4 minus 5 is equals to 0. So first thing we have s is equals to 5. First thing we have s is equals to 5. So option A is not correct. Option B is not correct. Directly we can say. Okay, now we have to check from option C and D, because s is equals to 5 is the answer. Now out of del x, del y, and del z. Okay, so for del x, we have to replace, see, for del x, I'm telling you, we have to replace these elements with 5, 9, and t. Okay, 5, 9, and t, and put s is equals to 5. Put s is equals to 5. So we have 5, 9, t, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. Fifth one, for del x, 5, 9, t, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, 5. 2, 3, 3, 5. Okay, and find the value of this. We'll get 5, 10 minus 9 minus 1, 45 minus 3t plus 1, 27 minus 2t. This is the value. Okay, so this is 5. This is minus 45 plus 3t. Okay, this is plus 27 minus 2t. So from here we can write t. From here we can write t, and this is 27, 32. T minus 13 is the value of del. Okay, now del x. Now out of these three, one should not be is equals to 0. So if I'm taking del x not is equals to 0, that means t minus 13 should not be is equals to 0. Therefore, t should not be is equals to 13. Is one more thing we have. So from here only we can write the answer that option C is the answer. S is equals to 5 and t should not be is equals to 13. Okay, for sixth one, put x is equals to tan theta. Okay, so we know that tan 2 theta is 2 tan theta divided by 1 minus tan square theta. And sine 2 theta is written as 2 sine theta divided by 1 plus tan square theta. Okay, so directly here what we can substitute, tan inverse tan 2 theta is equals to something. Okay, I'm not writing 2 theta directly. I'm not writing 2 theta directly. And here sine inverse sine 2 theta is equals to something. Now that something is depending on 1 to infinity. Now it is depending on 1 to infinity. Sixth, we have taken x is equals to tan theta, and it is given x belongs to 1 to infinity. It is open. Yes, it is open. Okay, so definitely theta belongs to open interval pi by 4 to pi by 2. That means 2 theta belongs to open interval pi by 2 to pi. Okay, now if you are good with inverse trigonometry, so you must know the graph of sine inverse. sine 2 theta. Okay, so I'm talking about domain. Domain of this function is R. Okay, because from the side of sine inverse, domain is -1 to 1, and from the side of this, range of internal function is -1 to 1 for 2 theta belongs to R, therefore theta belongs to R. Okay, so if this is the case, then what is the graph? See, if I'm writing 2 theta as pi by 2, so sine pi by 2 is 1 and sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. So in the range we have minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Here we have pi by 2. Here we have pi by 2. Okay, so if I'm writing 2 theta is pi by 2, so this is the curve. So from after pi by 2 to pi, this is pi. This is the curve. Okay, so for this line, we have 2 theta. For this line, this is pi minus 0. So you can find out the equation. What is the equation? Slope of this line is -1. So we have y minus 0 is equals to -1x minus pi. So we have y is equals to -x plus pi. Okay, -x plus pi. So x is 2 theta. So from here we have pi minus 2 theta. Is it clear? This is the curve of sine inverse sine 2 theta. Similarly, you can draw the curve of tan inverse tan 2 theta that I want to do yourself. So we can write sine inverse sine 2 theta is equals to pi minus 2 theta, and tan inverse tan 2 theta is equals to 2 theta minus pi. Okay, and take it as u, take it as v. So we have dv by d theta is equals to 2, and we have du by d theta is equals to -2. So we have to find dv by du according to the question. We have to find derivative of this with respect to this. Tan inverse 2 theta with respect to sine inverse sine 2 theta. Okay, sine inverse sine. So it is dv by du. So it is equals to dv by d theta into d theta by du. So this is 2 into -1 by 2. So answer is -1. Answer will be -1. Okay, seventh one, integral of this -4 to 4. You have to break this limit. You have to break this limit. How you have to break? You have to check in which interval this is positive, in which interval this is positive, in which interval this is negative. That means you have to check that x square should be less than 9, less than is equals to 9 for something, and x square is greater than 9 for something. Okay, so if I'll put x is equals to -4, we will get x square 16. X is equals to -3, we will get x is equals to 9. Okay, I'm breaking here itself. From -4 to -3, it is always negative. So we have to write x square minus 9. Okay, plus then from -3 to till -2, it is positive. Till -1, it is positive. Till x is equals to 0, it is positive. Till x is equals to 1, it is positive. Till x is equals to 2, it is positive. Till x is equals to 3, it is positive. So till x is equals to 3, we'll write 9 minus x square. Then again 3 to 4 plus 3 to 4, it is again x square minus 9. Okay, so answer for the seventh one we have from -4 to -3, we have to write 9 minus x square dx. Sorry, x square minus 9. from -4 to -3 we have x square minus 9 dx plus -3 to 3, it is 9 minus x square dx plus from 3 to 4, it is x square minus 9 dx. Okay, now do the integration. We have x cubed by 3 minus 9x from -4 to -3 plus 9x minus x cubed by 3 from -3 to 3 plus x cubed by 3 minus 9x from 3 to 4. Okay, so what is the solution? Upper limit minus lower limit. So upper limit is 3 minus 3. So it is 27 by 3 plus 27 minus, minus 27 by 3 minus 64 by 3 plus 36 plus second part 27 minus 27 by 3 minus 27 plus 27 by 3 plus third part 64 by 3 minus 36 minus 27 by 3 minus 27. Okay, so solve this and you can calculate the final answer. For question number 8, we have to find a raised to the power k. Okay, I'm multiplying a with a. This is 1a01, 1 again 1a01. So this is matrix multiplication. 1 into 1, 1, a into 0, 1. This is 1. 1 into a into 1, a. 0 into 1, 0. 1 into 0, 0. Gone. 0 into a, 0. This is 1. So answer is 1, 2a, 0, 1. And this is equals to a square. So definitely a raised to the power k is ka. Sorry, not this one. This is the answer. 101, 101 and ka. This is the answer for the 8th one. Okay, 9th. The distance between these two lines. Okay, see here. If I'll take 3 common from this, so this will be r dot two I plus j minus 2k plus 2 by 3 is equals to 0. Done. And this equation can be written as 2x plus y minus 2z plus 2 by 3 is equals to 0. Other equation can be written as 2x plus y minus 2z plus 5 is equals to 0. So definitely these two are parallel lines. So what is the distance between parallel lines? From the formula of 2D, we can compare the 9th one. Distance is equals to mod d1 minus d2 divided by under root of a square plus b square plus c. Okay, so what is d1? d1 is 5, d2 is 2 by 3. Okay, so mod 5 minus 2 by 3 divided by under root of 4 plus 1 plus 4. This is 15 minus 2, 13. 13, this is 3. And in the denominator, we have 3. So this is 13 by 9. 13 by 9 is the answer. This is your answer. Okay, 10th one. 10th one, they are saying that we have 3 parallel lines. Line L1, line L2, line L3. And line L1 has 4 points, A, B, C, D. Line L2 has 5 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E, F, G, H, I. And line L3 has 6 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. J, K, L, M, N, O. This is the first situation they have given. Second situation, if no set of 4 or more points is cyclic. The statement says that from L1, L2, L3, we cannot take more than 3 points. We cannot take more than 3 points. Okay, that means we have to take exactly 3 points from L1, L2, and L3. The second statement. Third statement says no set of 3 points lie on distinct lines is collinear. That means we cannot take these 3 points directly. Suppose these 3 points are in the same line. So we cannot take this situation also. Okay. So these are the 3 statements. And we have to make a circle on which A should lie, E should lie, and C should lie. Okay, that means this can be one circle. This can be one circle. That means exactly we have to cover 3 points out of these 3 lines, and no 3 points should be collinear from 3 distinct lines. Okay, so what is the solution? So total first case 1, what we can do, take 2 points from, 1 point from L1, 1 from L2, 1 from L3. So we can write 4C1 into 5C1 into 6C1. This is the case 1. Case 2, 2 points from L1 and 1 point from L2 and L3 altogether. Then we can write 4C2 into 11C1. Case 3, take 2 points from L2 and 1 point altogether from L1 and L3. This will give you 5C2 into 10C1. Case 4, we can have 2 points from L3 into 1 point from L1 and L4. So this is 6C2 into 9C3. 9C1. 6 and 3, yes. So final answer is case 1 plus case 2 plus case 3 plus case 4. Okay, calculation part I'm leaving for you because it will take a long time again. So that part I'm leaving for you. Final answer you can calculate and judge. Okay, 11th one. For 11th one, what we can do, break this expression. Write it as 2n square plus minus 2n. Why minus 2n? I'll give you the reason. 2n square minus 2n plus 9n plus 5. Okay, numerator. So we can take 2n common from here. We have n minus 1. Leave it as 9 and leave it as 5. Okay, denominator we have n factorial. Denominator we have n factorial. Denominator we have n factorial. Done. So from here we can write it as 2 divided by n minus 2 factorial directly. Here we can write 9 by n minus 1 factorial directly. And here we can write 5 by n factorial. Okay, this must be clear to you. Now I'm expanding this. Putting n is equal to 1. 2 times 1 by minus 1 factorial plus 1 by 0 factorial plus 1 by 1 factorial and so on, plus 9 times 1 by 0 factorial plus 1 by 1 factorial plus 1 by 2 factorial and so on, plus 5 times 1 plus 1 by 2 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial and so on. Okay, expansion of e raised to the power x is 1 plus x by 1 factorial plus x square by 2 factorial plus x cube by 3 factorial. Okay, and so on. If I'll put x is equals to 1, so this will be 1 plus 1 plus 1 by 2 factorial. This is 1 by 1 factorial, 1 by 3 factorial, and so on. Okay, now this is equals to 0 because minus 1 factorial is not defined. And defined constant amount not defined is 0. So this will be considered as 0. Okay, and if we start from here, this is your E. This is your E. Okay, here this is your E. Okay, something, this is your E. Here we have 1 by 1 factorial. Okay, what was expansion? It was yes. So we can write it as, this is not E. For making E, we have to add 1 and we have to subtract 1. So this is E minus 1. So finally, we have 2 times E plus 9 times E plus 5 times E minus 1. Made some mistake in some calculation. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. Not defined 0. Nine, 11, 16. Answer. Okay, sorry. Here we made a mistake. This is not 1. This is 5. Okay, so this is 16E minus 5. Okay, 16E minus 5. So this is your answer. 11th is gone. 12th. The differential equation given is 1 plus y square dx.
Hello.
Is equals to tan inverse y plus minus x dy. Okay. Now we have to solve this differential equation. To solve any differential equation, basically we have 3 methods. One is linear separable. Second is homogeneous. Third form is of the form dy by dx plus py is equals to q, or dx by dy plus px is equals to q. Okay, so for separable, it is always given that something of y dy is equals to something of x dx. If this form comes, we can directly integrate. Homogeneous, it is always given that f lambda x comma lambda y should be is equals to lambda raised to the power n fxy. And we can see from the expression, we cannot separate this into parts containing only y and only x. Okay. Homogeneous, definitely it is not homogeneous. So we are going to try with the third part. Okay, so from here what we can see, it is dx by dy is equals to tan inverse y minus x divided by 1 plus y square. Okay, now how did I identify whether it is of the form dy by dx or dx by dy? Okay, so if it is dy by dx, I'm writing dy by dx also. See, if I'm writing dy by dx, then it is equals to 1 plus y square upon tan inverse y minus x. Okay, tan inverse y minus x. So if I'm separating this, so this is 1 by tan inverse y minus x plus y square by tan inverse y minus x. Definitely, we are not getting any term in the form of y. Okay, because P and Q are either constant or function of x. But if we are going through dx by dy, if you are going through dx by dy, hold on. So from here, what we can see, we can write dx by dy is equals to tan inverse upon 1 plus y square minus x upon 1 plus y square. So this can be written as dy by dx plus x upon 1 plus y square is equals to tan inverse upon 1, tan inverse, this is y upon 1 plus y square. Okay, so if, sorry, this is dx by dy. Okay, so if this form comes, directly we have to go to integral factor. What is integral factor? IF is equals to e raised to the power integration p dot dx. And here p is 1 upon 1 plus y square. So integration of 1 upon 1 plus y square, here we have dy. dy is equals to tan inverse y. It is tan inverse y. And after this, directly go to the final solution. Final, we have to write x into if is equals to integration of q if is equals to into if plus c. Q into if plus c. Now what is q? This is your q. This portion is your q. So integration of q, tan inverse y divided by 1 plus y square into if. If is tan inverse y, okay, dy. So for this, put tan inverse y is equals to t. So you have 1 by 1 plus y square dy is equals to dt. You can write it as t square dt. This will be your t cube by 3. So what is the final answer? Answer we have x into tan inverse y is equals to tan inverse y cube by 3 plus c. Let's see some arbitrary constant. Okay, they have converted the answer. Rest of the part you can try yourself. They have converted the answer into different forms. Okay, so try this further and come up for doubts definitely. 13th one, there is some error. Okay, equation is not given. There is some other equation. So we'll discuss at last. 14th one, the sum of infinite number of terms of a GP is 3. Okay, that means it is given A by 1 minus R is equals to 3. Sum of the squares is 9 by 2. That means A square by 1 minus R square is given as 9 by 2. Okay, so from this 14th, A by 1 minus R is equals to 3 and A square by 1 minus R square is equals to 9 by 2. Take squaring of this, A square by 1 minus R whole square is equals to 9. Okay, so this is your equation 1, this is your equation 2. Write 1 by 2. After writing 1 by 2, you will see that A square by 1 minus R whole square divided by A square by 1 minus R square is equals to 9 divided by 9 by 2. This will cancel this, 2 will come in the numerator. So you have 1 minus R square divided by 1 minus R whole square is equals to 2. 1 minus R whole square is equals to 2. Okay, so from here we can write 1 minus R square is equals to 2 into 1 plus R square minus 2R. We have 1 minus R square is equals to 2 plus 2R square minus 4R. Overall, we have 3R square minus 4R plus 1 is equals to 0. So we can write 3R square minus 3R minus R plus 1 is equals to 0. 3R is taken common, R minus 1 is taken, R minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay. So from here we have two values, R is equals to 1 comma 1 by 3. 1 is neglected because for infinite GP, R should be mod R should be less than 1. So we have considered R is equals to 1 by 3. So if R is 1 by 3, then A upon 1 minus R is actually 3. So we have A divided by 2 by 3 is equals to 3. So we have 3A by 2 is equals to 3. Therefore, we have A is equals to 2. A is equals to 2. What is the last thing? Last thing is the sum of cubes of its terms. Sum of cubes of its terms. So that is A cube divided by 1 minus R cube. This is equals to 8 divided by 1 minus 1 by 27. So this is 8 into 27 by 26. So from there you can write down the answer. Okay, so this cannot be the option first thing. Okay, 8 into 27. So this is your 4. This is your 13. 27. 20 into 4 is 80. 7 into 4 is 28. So 108 should be the answer. 108 by 13 is your answer. Next is the value of x for which vector A makes an acute angle with the positive direction of coordinate. Okay, fine. So A dot I greater than 0, A dot J greater than 0, A dot K greater than 0. This is given in the question. Okay, so for A dot I directly we can write x square minus 16 greater than 0. For A dot J, we have to write nothing because with J we have 4 only. Okay, so this is definitely 4 is greater than 0. So it is universal. Next we have minus of x square minus 25 greater than 0. Okay, so from the first one I'm solving here itself. From the first one we have x square minus 16 greater than 0. That means x belongs to minus infinity to minus 4 union 4 to infinity. And from the last one we have, from here we have x square minus 25 less than 0. So we have x belongs to open interval minus 5 to 5. Okay, so answer is minus 5 to minus 4 union 4 to 5. This is your answer. Minus 5 to minus 4 union 4 to 5. Let me draw a number line. This is your number line. This is minus infinity. This is infinity. This is minus 5. This is minus 4. This is your 4. This is your 5. So first condition says we have to go from here to here. Second condition says this we have to go from here to here. Okay, so we have to take the common part. This is your common part from here. This is your common part from. Okay, so from here, this is the answer for the 15th one. 16th, probability of solving a problem in mathematics by 2 students is 1/4. Okay, see, P of X is given 1/4. P of Y is given 1/5. So P of X naught is 3/4. P of Y naught is 4/5. Okay, not solving, not solving. Now, if both of them try to solve the problem independently, the probability that the problem will be solved by exactly one of the two. Okay, exactly one of the two. That means if X has solved the problem, then Y will not, Y gave incorrect answer. If X has given the correct answer, then Y gave incorrect answer. If X has given incorrect, then Y gave correct. Okay, so P of X intersection Y naught union P of X naught intersection Y is your answer. Now independently means P of X intersection Y naught. That means P of X into P of Y naught union P of X naught into P of Y. This gives X into Y naught for 1/5 union means plus and Y into X naught 3/20. Yes, 3/20. So final answer, this is 4/20. So final answer is 7/20. This is the answer. 17th one, Y has extremum at the point. Okay, so this is Y, this is X. Put the values, you will get -1 is equals to 2A minus B divided by 2 minus 1 is 1 and 2 minus 4 is -2. So from here we have equation 2A minus B is equals to 2. 2A minus B is equals to 2. Second we have extremum. So for Maxima or minima, put dy by dx is equals to 0. That will give you the critical point. So you have to calculate dy by dx for this equation. Okay. So dy by dx for this equation, y is equals to x minus b. By quotient rule, we can write the square of the denominator. First, differentiate the numerator, will get a. Okay. Then differentiate the denominator. So it will be ax minus b. With that, by product rule, solve the denominator first. Solve this. So you will get in the bracket x minus 4 plus. Then solve x minus 4, will get x minus 1. Now put this is equals to 0 with x is equals to 2. So 0 and this is constant. This is 1 and this is positive. So they take this 4 on the left hand side. It will be 0. Here, see 2, 1 minus 2 minus 2a. Here you will have minus of bracket a minus b. Again, minus 2 plus 1 minus 1. So here you will have plus. So finally we have minus 2a plus a minus b. So a plus b is equals to 0. From here we can write a is equals to minus b. And the second equation we had 2a minus b is equal to 2. Second equation we had 2a minus b is equals to 2. So put b is equals to minus a. This will be good. So b is equals to minus a. So we have 3a is equals to 2. A is equals to 2 by 3. B is equals to minus 2 by 3. The values of A and B are, hold on, let me check the calculation again. Minus 1, 2a minus b, this is correct. 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 minus 4 is minus 2. This is correct. So from here, we have 2a minus b is equals to 2. This is correct. Okay, now we have to do dy by dx equals to 0. The equation taken is square of this is correct. Okay, product is correct. This part is correct. This part is correct. So we have a. This is correct. Okay, minus ax minus b. This is fine. Okay, first I have left x minus 4. So this is 1. Then I have left x minus 1. This is also correct. Okay, after putting x is equals to 2. So this is 2, 1. This is correct. This is minus 2. Minus 2a. This is fine. Okay. Here we made a mistake. In the calculation part, here we made a mistake. This is 0 is equals to 1 minus 2 minus 2a. This is fine. Minus this time, this is 2a minus b. This is not a minus b. Here this is minus 2 correct. Here this is 1 correct. Minus 2 plus 1 minus 1 minus minus plus. Okay, this is correct. So 0 is equals to minus 2a plus 2a minus b. This will get cancelled. So from here we have b is equals to 0. If b is equals to 0, then we can write 2a minus b is equals to 2. So we have a is equals to 1. So answer is 1, 0. 1, 0 is the answer. Okay. For the 18th one, we have let A, B, C be 3 vectors such as mod A, mod B, mod C are given. Okay. Mod C directly we can write is equals to 2 from here. Now the cross product is given. Okay. Cross product A cross D cross E is A dot E outside D minus A dot D outside E. So from the here we can write A dot C outside A minus A dot A outside C plus B is equals to 0. Okay, now for A dot C we can write mod A mod C cos theta A minus mod A square C plus B is equals to 0. Mod A is 1, mod C is 2. So this is 2A cos theta. This is a vector minus vector C minus vector plus vector B is equals to 0. Done. So, okay, the acute angle between A and C. We have to find the acute angle between A and C. Okay, this is the angle between A and C already, cos theta. Cos theta is the angle between A and C already. Okay, so we can write next question. Question number is 18. Two cos theta vector A minus vector C is equals to minus vector B. Take squaring both the sides. So you will get 4 cos square theta mod A plus mod A square plus mod C square minus 2 cos theta A dot C is 2 cos square theta mod A mod C is equals to mod B square. So we have 4 cos square theta plus 4 minus 4 cos theta square theta is equals to 1. There's some mistake in the calculation because this is getting cancelled. 2 cos theta mod A mod C cos square theta is correct. A square, this is correct. To A, hold on. Just A square plus B square minus 2AB. Here it should be already 4. So this is 8. Mod C is 2, so this is 8. So we have 4 cos square theta is equals to 3. So we have cos square theta is equals to 3 by 4. We have cos theta is equals to plus minus root 3 by 2. So for acute angle, we have to take cos theta is equals to root 3 by 2. So theta is 30 degree. Theta is 30 degree, that is pi by 6. Okay, so this is the final solution. For 19th one, complex number. First, we have to rationalize this. So we have to multiply with 1 plus iota. So we have 1 plus iota whole square divided by 1 square minus iota square. This is 1 minus 1 plus 2 iota divided by 2. So this is iota. So final calculation is iota. Iota means 0 plus iota. Okay. And 0 plus iota gives you cos pi by 2 plus iota sin pi by 2. You can calculate. cos pi by 2 is 0 and sin pi by 2 is 1. So this is the answer for the 19th one. For the 20th, if the equation of a line which divides the line segment joining the point in the ratio is perpendicular to it. Okay, it is saying that we are forming a line from points 1, 0, 3, 0, and it is this is the line AX is equals to 7, which is perpendicular to this line, and this line is dividing it in the ratio of 2:1. 2:1. So consider this point as P. So coordinates of P are 2 times 3, that is 6, plus 1 divided by 3, comma 0. So this is 7 by 3, comma 0. So you can put AX is equals to 7. That means A into 7 by 3 is equals to 7, because this point P lies on this line. 7 will get cancelled. So you have value of A is equals to 3 directly from here. Don't have to solve anything else. Okay. So this is the 20th one. Okay. From integer, first we are solving those which can be done directly. See the minimum value of this, and as it is already told you that if the two terms are reciprocal of each other, then we can directly take AM greater than is equals to GM relation. Okay, so directly I'm taking this as X. So X by 2 is greater than is equals to under root of 9 T square into 4 C square. This will cancel this. So X is greater than is equals to 2 into 6. So X is greater than is equals to 12. So what is the minimum value? Minimum value is X is equals to 12. This is the first one we have. Second one, direct one. Okay, there is no other direct question. 21st. Let the equation of the plane passing through the points this and this and perpendicular to the plane, perpendicular to this, is given by. Fine. The equation is given by AX plus BY plus CZ is equals to 0. 21 we have AX plus BY plus CZ plus D is equals to 0. Okay. Now this plane is passing through the points 1 to 6. So put 1 to 6. So we have A plus 2B plus 6C plus D is equals to 0. This is your first equation. Second equation we have 257. 2A plus 5B plus 7C plus D is equals to 0. This is the second. After solving these two, we can write A plus 3B plus C is equals to 0. This is the first thing we have. Third thing we have. Okay, this is the third thing we have. One, 2, 6, 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 7. Correct. Okay. Next part we can read from the question, and this plane is perpendicular to the plane 4x minus y plus equals to 15. Second plane we have 4x minus 5 plus z minus 15 is equals to 0. Minus 15. Okay. So for perpendicular, this is your plane 1, this is your plane 2. Plane 1 dot plane 2 is equals to 0. Dot product is 0. So we can write 4a minus b plus c is equals to 0. Okay. This is the next thing we have. What is the last part? If ABCD belongs to complex and GCD of this. Mod of A plus B plus C plus D. Where is D gone? R minus A dot N. 1. Okay. We'll come up to 21 again. Hold on. 23 is A1, A2, A3 be an increasing geometric progression. Fine. Increase GP. So for GP we have 22 A, AR, AR square, AR cube, and so on. This is the increasing GP. Okay. So we have 1 by A4 plus is equals to 10 by 63. What is A4? A4 is AR cube, A8 is AR raised to the power 7. So we have 1 by AR cube plus 1 by AR raised to the power 7 is equals to 10 by 63. This is the first equation we have. Second equation we will have A6 and A1 is equals to 141, 441. A6 is AR raised to the power 5 into A is equals to 441. This is the second equation we have. From these two equations, we can find out A and R. From these two equations, definitely we can find out A and R. Calculation part is A square R raised to the power 5 is 441. And from here we have 1 by AR cube bracket 1 plus 1 by R raised to the power 4 is equals to 10 by 63. Okay, so I'm leaving the calculation part for you. Solve these two, find A and R, and check your solution. 24, the number of real solutions and the interval. Of the equation. Okay, fine. See, this is 4 sine square x minus 4 3 are 12 minus 2 sine x minus 6 sine x plus 3 is equals to 0. So we can take 2 sine x common. We have 2 sine x, sorry, sine x, 2 sine x common. We have 2 sine x minus 1. And from here we can take minus 3 common. Here we have 2 sine x minus 1 is equals to 0. So we can write 2 sine x minus 3 is equals to 0. From here we have sine x is equals to 3 by 2, which will be neglected because sine x cannot be greater than 1. From second we have 2 sine x minus 1 is equals to 0. So we have sine x is equals to 1 by 2. Sine x is equals to 1 by 2 means x should be of the form pi by 6. X should be of the form pi by 6. So now we have to calculate between minus 3 pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is minus pi by 2. This is minus 3 pi by 2. This is pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2. 7 pi by 2. Okay, so the graph of sine will go like this. Pi by 2, so we go like this. Okay, so first solution is positive. Here we have first solution pi by 6. Second solution we will have here 1 by 2. Suppose this is 1 by 2. This is your 1 by 2. Okay, and this is minus 3 pi by 2. Suppose here we will have 1. Okay, so this graph is not required. One solution, two solution, then three solution, third solution we have, fourth solution we have, and fifth we have. So total number of solutions are 5. 25th, the length of perpendicular from the point to the line. Okay, for length of perpendicular from the point to the line, we can say, suppose this is a general line in 3D. Okay, we are taking a general concept. Suppose this is x minus a upon x minus x1 upon a is equals to y minus y1 upon b is equals to z minus z1 upon c is equals to lambda. So we have x is equals to x1 plus a lambda, y is equals to y1 plus b lambda, z is equals to z1 plus c lambda. Okay, so this is a general point on this line. This is a general point on this line. And another point P is given. So make a vector PQ. Now see, PQ and L are perpendicular. So PQ dot L is equals to 0. Now I'm writing the section. The point is given 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And the line is given. See, this is equals to lambda. So you have point as x is equals to 3 lambda plus minus 6 plus 6. Yes, x is equals to 3 lambda plus 6. Y is equals to 2 lambda plus 7. Z is equals to minus 2 lambda plus 7. Okay, so 3 lambda plus 6. 2 lambda plus 7 minus 2 lambda plus 7. Okay, so make a vector PQ. From PQ, we can say 3 lambda plus 5 is 1. 2 lambda plus 5 is other. And minus 2 lambda plus 4 is third point. And the direction vector of this line is minus 3, 2 and minus 2. Direction vector of this line is minus 3, not minus 3, sorry, plus 3, 2 and minus 2. Okay, now take dot product of these two and find out the value of lambda. So we have 9 lambda plus 15 plus 4 lambda plus 10 minus plus 4 lambda minus 8 is equals to 0. So 8 plus 9 is 17 lambda and 15, 25. 25 minus 8 is again 17. Plus 17 is equals to 0. So lambda is equals to minus 1. With lambda is equals to minus 1, we can write this point 2 3 and 6. This point is 2, 3, 6. So we have to find the distance between 1, 2, 3 and 2, 3, 6. Using distance formula, you can calculate the distance PQ. 26. 1 plus cos 2 theta by 2 can be written as 2 cos square theta. So under root 2 cos square theta. Under root 2 cos square theta can be written as mod cos theta divided by 2. Mod cos theta. Now we have to integrate between 0 to pi. Integrate this between 0 to pi. I'm drawing the graph. This is the graph of cos. At 0, it is 1. At pi by 2, it is 0. And at pi, it is minus 1. Okay. So between 0 to pi by 2, take it positive, that is cos x. And between pi by 2 to pi, take it negative, that is minus cos x. Finally, you can calculate the rest of the part. Sorry, pi by 2 to pi, correct. Okay. 27, the sum of mean and variance of binomial distribution is 15. Sum of their squares is 117. Okay. Sum of mean of binomial distribution. Okay. What is mean of binomial distribution? That is n and variance is npq. P is the probability of happening, and Q is the probability of non-happening. Okay, so it is saying n plus npq is equals to 15. First thing. Second thing, it is saying n square plus n square p square q square is equals to 117. Okay, solve these two equations and find out the values of npq. Okay, find out the values of npq, and they're asking about n. What is the value? Done. 28. If log 8 to log 3, this is not 8, this is 3. If this is 8, then the question is wrong. Okay, log 3, log 3, log 3. Okay, see, for 28, the general concept says if log A, log B, log C, base same, are in AP, then ABC are in GP. Therefore, B square is equals to AC. Okay. So directly we can write 2 raised to the power x minus 5, 2 raised to the power x minus 5 whole square is equals to 2 into 2 raised to the power x minus 7 by 2. 2 into 2 raised to the power x minus 7 by 2. Take 2 raised to the power x is equals to t and solve. So you have t minus 5 whole square is equals to 2 t minus 7 by 2. Further, I know you can calculate and find out the value of x. This is done. Okay. Okay, 30 we are going to solve here itself. This is something given in complex as cube root of unity. So the roots of this are omega and omega square directly. That is x is equals to omega or x is equals to omega square. Solve this equation, then minus of this is x square plus 1 by x square. So from here we can write third thing, omega cube is equals to 1. Minus 2 plus x raised to the power 4 plus 1 by x raised to the power 4 minus 2 plus x raised to the power 6 plus 1 by x raised to the power 6 minus 2. Okay, see, minus, this can be written as x square, this can be written as x. Okay, minus 2, this can be written as, in place of omega put x, in place of omega put x, so omega x, x square, x cube is 1. Okay, so how this can be written as x? Put x here and put x here. So this will be x cube. Okay, this can be written as x. This can be written as again x square. Multiply with x square in the numerator and denominator. Minus 2. This is x cube square. This can be written as 1. This can be written as 1. This can be written as minus 2. This will cancel this. This is your minus 1. This is your minus 1. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 3, minus 3, minus 6. Answer is 6. 29. Okay, this is a circle, center of the circle. See, this is x minus 2 whole square plus y minus 1 whole square. Done. And third part is for making this minus 2, I have taken plus 4 minus 4. So this is minus 15 plus 1 minus 1. This is minus 16 is equals to 4 square. R is equals to 4. Now it is saying in the question that this is your circle. This is your external point. We have drawn 2 tangents to the circle. This is your center of the circle. And this is the radius. This is 4. This is 4. Join this. Join this. Okay, see. This is your 90 degree. This is your length of tangent. Length of tangent is equals to under root S1. So substitute this point in this equation. You'll get 16 plus 25. That is 39. 39. Okay, this is 16. This is 16. Gone. 0. This is 25. This is 10. 15. 15 minus 11 is 4. So this is 2. This is 4. So area of this triangle ABC is, area of ABC is half of 2 into 4. This will get cancelled. So this is 4. So area of ABCD is equals to 2 into 4, which is equals to 8. So answer for this is 8. Done. And for this we have an error. Okay, thank you guys. If you have doubt, you can come up to me with this doubts. And for one question, this is also I have to check because there was something which was missing. The rest of the part we have solved. Okay, thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care. If you have any doubt, you can ask me right now. Welcome, Zua.